Okay, so skipping introductions, I want to show you guys the first method, which requires 2 apps free of charge, and also the other method, which is using Procreate, which will cost you a bit more money, but it's a great investment. So yeah, if you're wondering how to create animated text like this, then let's just get straight into the video. So starting off with the free method, of course, is using the Autodesk sketchbook app. The brush I'm using is called Technical Pen, and it's what I used to use when I drew with my fingers. So it looks very awkward and wonky because I haven't done it in a long time, so yeah. But anyway, just write the text that you want to animate. So as you can see, my writing is a bit slanted, it's not straight, but it's okay. We're going to fix it with the selection tool and tweak the positions to make it as straight as we want it to be, or reposition it. The second step is to turn down the opacity maybe to like 10%, 20, and then add a new canvas to retrace or rewrite the text as closely as possible to the first one. By turning down the opacity of the first one, you're able to trace much better and it's more clear. Okay, so you're done. Now it's time to turn it back up to 100%. Very crucial step, you need to cancel out the background so it becomes transparent and save each frame individually. Then open Vllo and export it into this app, which is a video editing app, and what we're going to do is resize and enlarge the text as much as you want. So what you have to do is shorten the duration of the image and arrange them to be next to each other so that it can play back and forth. So now that you can see it's overlapping, this is going to be quite a tedious process, but you need to make it as identical to the original one as possible, and it can take up a bit of time. But now that your hard work has paid off, it's time to create the animation. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the duplicate tool and multiplying the frames one after another so it can play back and forth like a ping pong ball. And there you have it, that's your animated text, and here's the final outcome. And it's pretty simple and easy, to be honest, for apps that don't require any money. But now I'm going to show you guys how to do animated text with Procreate. So set your canvas to this size, it's a screen resolution size. So now that you have your canvas all ready, it's time to go to the settings and turn on the drawing guide. This is to ensure that your writing is neat and aligned and it doesn't turn out like wonky. And if you're going to use a lighter color like white, then I recommend you to change the background to darker colors so that when you're writing it, you can see the color contrast better. So now time to pull up Procreate's magic weapon, which is Animation Assist. And this will help you a lot when creating animated text or effects. So yeah, then you can go ahead, write whatever you want to animate. And then as you can see, the grid acts as like a little guideline so that your writing is not as wonky as it's gonna be without it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a frame, a second frame. So this is to create your animation, just like what we did with Sketchbook. To be honest, GIFs, you only need 2 frames in my opinion. And just trace over the first frame like how you did. And really try to redraw or retrace it as closely as possible for a smoother transition. But it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, just match as closely as possible. Okay, so now time for the fun part, which is bringing it to life. So open the settings and go to the frames per second. Change it depending on the speed you prefer, but I normally set it to 3 or 4. And you can always play and preview it to see if it's the speed you want, and here's your animated text. Now that your animated text is ready, it's time to export it, and always make sure to remove the background so that it's transparent. So when you're exporting it, share it as an animated GIF. So now time for the technical part, which is the alpha threshold that you need to worry about. I'm not sure how to explain it in words, but you can see the difference when I slide it. So I recommend you to put it at 64 so that it doesn't get cut out too much, and also there won't be a black pixel outline when you export the GIF. And now that you've exported your animated text, here is the final outcome of the Procreate one. And yeah, just like that, we've completed the tutorial, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!